Good morning, everyone. My name is Julie. I'm the owner and founder of Lady Valti's Apothecary. It's going to be one of those days. We are here today to do the astrology forecast for the week. This is what I like to call basically like the Cliff Notes version of the astrology. Just gives you a overview, an idea of what the energy is going to be like as a whole for the week. Doesn't go into specifics of like for each individual person because that would be impossible for me to do. But this way you just get a quick idea of maybe this is the best day to make plans, maybe this isn't the best day to make plans, maybe this is the best day to do a project, things like that. I started doing it for myself years ago because I wanted to know what days Mercury was going to be popping up because I was really struggling with my throat chakra. And so I wanted to know whenever Mercury was popping in so I could be on alert, basically. But then I realized that it was helpful in other ways as well. And so I'm hoping that, maybe you will find something in this video that is helpful for you as well. So before we get started, we will smudge a little bit here real quick. I finally just threw my lighter away. I'm like, I'm done fighting with it. So we're going old school matches because I forgot to bring a new lighter out after I threw the old lighter away. So some for you guys, and some for me. It's coming right at me, and I'm sure I need it. Yeah, so we're gonna just put that up there to burn. So you'll probably see the smoke come across. That's okay. I didn't put it out. I just set it up there to burn. So, and then we are going to pull a new card for the week. So last week's card was a blessing for blessing on the children. And if you want to see that card and the write-up I did on that, that is on my Facebook group page, which is Lady Valti's Light Healers. So you can go on over there and join the group and see the cards that get picked each week. So we'll put that back in the deck. For some reason my credit card machine just turned on. I don't know. Oh, I don't think we've had this one before. A blessing to bring prosperity. So who doesn't want prosperity, right? And prosperity can be money, but it could be prosperity of, I don't know why my credit card machine just turned on. It could be prosperity of anything. It could be prosperity of love, of friendship, money, sex. It could be prosperity of a lot of things. So, but yes, you can see she's got a lot of apples there, which is a good sign. And yeah, I don't know what she's got going on there. It looks like, I don't know, it looks like she's got wings coming out of the back of her head, but I can't quite. Anyway, I'll get a picture of it and do a write-up, and that also will be over on the Facebook group page, which again is Lady Valti's Light Healers. So I will get a picture of that up for you. So, all right. So time to jump in. All right. So today, Monday, April 10th, my dad's birthday. Happy birthday, Dad. is a Sagittarius moon in harmony with Jupiter. So this should be a good day. Can I give you a hint? Some of the days this week are a little, okay, but it's going to be okay because we're going to understand the energies and we're going to work through them, right? So Sagittarius moon in harmony with Jupiter for today. So today's going to be a boost of enthusiasm. So that Sagittarius energy, you know, if you guys have been watching my videos, you've heard me talk about all the different zodiac signs at some point. Sagittarius are the adventure seekers. They're optimistic. They're kind of spontaneous. They are strong-willed. You might have some of that like desire for an adventure today. Sagittarius people are also very, they can be physically and mentally active. I'm Sagittarius, that's my birth sign. I'm not super physically active, but anybody that knows me will tell you, yeah, I'm always learning something, teaching something, reading something. So mentally, I am, that sounds weird. Mentally, I am. Mentally, I am always doing something. So you might be getting some of that energy today as well. So you might have a desire to read a book or learn something. Your adventure may be in a book and not out in the real world, which is perfectly okay. I love to read. I haven't read anything lately because all I do is study. But beforehand, I like the younger version books because they're super easy to read. But I do like the adventure ones. You know, the Twilight, the Harry Potter, the Lord of the Rings, all those things. Are books that I have read. So, but anyway, you might be feeling like diving into a good book today if you don't feel like going out on a hike or an adventure. Sorry, I'm really dehydrated this morning. I'm always dehydrated. Anybody I know, I'm like, drink water, drink water, drink water, and I'm constantly dehydrated. Anyhow, today's color is lemon, and I picked some apophyllite, which is stay positive. So again, it's like a white stone on a white card, so it's kind of hard to see here, but so some apophyllite. Tap into that enthusiasm today. All right, Tuesday, the 11th, Venus enters Gemini. So we're still going to have that Sagittarius moon energy coming over into Tuesday. So that's going to be good. You're still going to have that enthusiasm and desire for some sort of adventure. But you're also going to have the energy of Venus entering Gemini, which is going to be so very communicative. So Gemini people are, I call them the question askers. They want to learn a lot of stuff, but they don't want to go do the research themselves. They like to just ask questions and learn in forms of conversation. So they're always asking, how come, why? We all know those people, right? And Venus is about how we love, but it's also about how we receive. So that's going to kind of all tie in together there. So tomorrow should be a lot more communicative for you. Communicative. I can't even say it now. You're going to feel like being chatty tomorrow. You're going to want to make those conversations that are not like idle chit chat conversations. They're going to be the more in-depth conversations, the stimulating conversations tomorrow. But it's also going to be a really good day if you want to take that communicative aspect of it and do some networking, whatever that may look like for you, whether it's business, whether it's dating, whether it's just social media in general. You can use that communication in there of really getting those good stimulating conversations going. And so you can use that to, I don't want to say necessarily your advantage, but you can use them in a way that's going to be productive for you. So, and again, if there's anything I touch on that you guys have questions about. Speaking of asking questions, if you have questions about, or you want more information, or you don't understand what I said, because sometimes I rattle and sometimes I get sidetracked. But always just put it in the comment or private message me, and I will certainly do my best to explain what I meant, or explain it in a way that makes sense. So please do that if there's ever anything you're like, oh, well, she talked about this a little bit, but she didn't say anything. She didn't say much more about it after. Just either put it in the comments, or, like I said, go over to Facebook and send me a private message, or whatever, and I will answer you. Okay? Because this video is so short, I have to just quickly touch on things and kind of move along, so I don't just get too sidetracked and rant and rave all morning. But yeah, so Venus in Gemini again is going to be very communicative, and it's not because there's Mercury's not involved in it, but because the Gemini aspect are people, like I said, they're the question askers. They want to have those conversations. So it's a good day to use that to your benefit. So Tuesday's color is pink. And I picked something a little different this week. I don't know. I was having a hard time picking cards for the stones this week. I don't know why that was, but so I picked golden halo quartz, and it says open the door. So really just kind of that, take that communication aspect of it, and like I was kind of saying, use it to your benefit, use it to benefit you in some way. So kind of open the door to those possibilities of what might happen if you initiate those conversations. So, all right. So Wednesday, we're moving over to Capricorn moon, and it's connecting to Uranus. So Capricorn is the success-driven people. Capricorn is my moon sign. That makes a lot of sense, right? If you know me. So Capricorns are very driven. They're very focused. When they set their mind to something, that is what they're going to do, and they're not going to stop until they do it, and they do it well. So that energy is going to be coming through on Wednesday. So there should be some sort of breakthrough, maybe some sort of innovation for you. You might be feeling like taking a little bit more of a bolder step than you would normally take. Somebody like me who already has Capricorn in their chart, this could be a little bit maybe too much for us. So we might be stepping over that line of bold to aggressive. So we have to kind of remember to keep that balanced for us. But if you're somebody who doesn't necessarily have a lot of Capricorn or that bold, fiery energy in your chart, you can tap into that energy again and kind of use it to your benefit. If you're somebody who's not normally bold, or that a little bit of aggressiveness, excuse me, you can use that energy, and again, take some steps maybe you've been a little bit hesitant to take. So, and Wednesday's color is royal blue, and I picked some rhodochrosonite. Again, this one's a little different, but it's what I felt. I was like, I don't know, this doesn't seem like it fits, but it does. Rhodochrosonite, and it says, remember your worth. So how that card ties in for me is that if you are, again, like I was saying, somebody who's not normally bold, or somebody who's going to advocate for themselves, remember that you are worth it, and that you deserve whatever it is that you want. And take that time, take that energy on Wednesday and use it, and remember your worth. Remember your worth, whatever it is you want, and you deserve it. And because a lot of times we're like, oh no, it's fine. I don't really need that. I mean, I want it, but I don't really need that. you're worth it. If it's something you want, you're worth it. Go for it. All right. I could go on about that, but I won't. Thursday, April 13th, it's last quarter moon, still in Capricorn. So that energy is still going to, again, carry over. Typically, when the moon is in a zodiac sign, it's there usually 2.5 days. Um, you know, so you'll have the energy for a couple of days, depending on if it's like in harmony with something or in tension with something. That's not the same, but the moon in a particular zodiac is usually about 2.5 days. Okay. So last quarter moon in Capricorn. It's going to be about balance on Thursday. Personal wants and responsibilities is kind of going to be the goal, the two things there. So it's going to be that day, like maybe you're like, I really just want to call out sick and go do, I don't know, go do whatever you think is fun. Or like, well, I know, but I have a ton of work on my desk. I really have to go in. So it's going to be that kind of energy on Thursday. Um, so work, money, long-term goals, and kind of that desire to go goof off and have fun. But the Capricorn energy is probably gonna probably gonna win out. Um, but yeah, it's a good day to tackle any to-do lists that you might have. It's also going to be, again, a good day for those steps towards your, like I said, long-term goals. If you've got a whatever that may look like for you. For me right now, it's school. I got a lot of school going on. And so my long-term goal is to finish school and get my licenses and be able to start practicing. And for real, I am doing massages here and other therapies here, but I can't really practice without my license. I do them for free for my clinicals for school. Anyway, so your long-term goals, whatever that may look like for you, whether it's a job, whether it's school, whether it's like in your 5-year plan, you're going to get married and buy a house and whatever that looks like for you. So there's going to be something Thursday that's going to come up that's probably going to help you along that road, that path. Um, so should be a good day. Color is purple, and I picked some red jasper, and it's take action. So use that Capricorn energy to your again, to your benefit, and whatever it looks like for you, whatever that path is for you, it's going to be a good day to take some steps towards that. So all right, so Venus in tension with Saturn on Friday the 14th. So again, we don't like those words when it says intention. It's two words. It's not intention. It's in tension. So there could be some challenges on Friday. It's going to show up in like the form of obstacles. So it's going to be one of those days like for me, a lot of times it shows up I can't get out of my own way. It's usually stupid things like say I have to be somewhere at 8 o'clock. It's like no matter what I do, it seems like something's against me to get, so I'm not there on time. Maybe I can't find my shoes. Maybe I can't find my coat. I can't find my keys. I can't find my phone. Whatever, that is, those obstacles that kind of get in the way of keeping you where you're supposed to be. Really, I think this is going off here a little bit, but I really think that's the universe's way of telling you something, that you're either not supposed to be where you're going, or you're not supposed to be where you're going at that time, or maybe something is, one of the things I always feel is like I wasn't supposed to be on the road at that time. Like something stopped me from getting in the car and kept me from being on the road at that time. So even if it's just 2 minutes later in the car, I wasn't supposed to be in the car when I was in the car. So things like that is kind of what helps me get through the fact that it can be very frustrating, which is one of the things that is going to come up on Friday. There's going to be a lot of frustration coming up for you on Friday. But I look at these obstacles in my way as two things. Like I said, it's the universe's way of helping keep me safe, because I wasn't supposed to be where I was going to be, or I wasn't supposed to be in the road where I was supposed to be, or I wasn't supposed to be in the car when I was going to be, whatever. So somebody was looking out for me and put these obstacles in my way, and probably saved me in some way. The other way that I look at these obstacles, these limitations, these things that may come up, is that they're kind of little tests for me. Like, for example, for school, if I'm having a challenge with a particular subject, which I am, it's one of those things where, okay, I could just give up and quit. But if anybody knows me, they'll know that the Sagittarius and the Capricorn part of me is not going to let that happen. But it's to test me. Like, how bad do you want this? You're going to work for it. If you want it, you're going to have to put in some effort. Because a lot of the things at school come pretty easy to me. But not all of it. And some of it I really have to dig down and put some work into it. So that's kind of how I look at it, is like it's a test of, like, if you're just gonna, if an obstacle is gonna come along and you're just gonna be like, well, never mind, forget it, then you probably didn't really want it that bad. You probably really didn't want to go that direction, or it wasn't really going to be the direction for you if you just kind of like, oh, well, I guess that wasn't meant to be, and give up. And if that's what happens, I'm not saying you're a quitter. I'm not saying you picked a bad path or anything like that. It's just a way to know that, okay, this is not where I thought I wanted to go. So I'm not like trying to down you for quitting or giving up. But that's what I'm saying, is if that's what happens, then that's not the path that you were intended for, or not the path that you really wanted to go down. And so those little obstacles are little tests to find that out. And, for those of you who are deciding not to continue on that path, wouldn't you rather know sooner than later? But anywho, again, I could go on about that forever. So Friday, there's going to be some challenges. There's going to be some obstacles. There's going to be frustration. Just keep that in mind, that it's one day, it's Friday, and Saturday's going to be better. And hopefully on Wednesday and Thursday, you use that Capricorn energy and got some stuff done that, you can think back and be like, oh, I got some stuff accomplished. So even though there's some obstacles today, I got some stuff done on Wednesday and Thursday. So again, it's one day, and hopefully it's not horrible. And, if the energies start to get to the point where your frustration seems like it's kind of maybe boiling over to a little bit more than frustration, for me, it usually comes up as angry, but some people kind of will go into depression, or, question, themselves, all different things. Just remember, it's just one day. It's gonna go away. It's not gonna stay. So just, again, if you feel that kind of going to the point where you're going to the dark side, just step back and tell yourself it's one day. We're going to get through it. Tomorrow's going to be better. I just need to ride this out, and I need to. You need to remember to not let it get to you, I guess. I have a brain that is like always analyzing the shit out of everything, constantly. And when I know these energies for the day, my brain doesn't sit there and question, well, did I do this wrong? Did I say that wrong? Should I have done this? Maybe I should have done that. Like when I can get to the point where I'm like, okay, I'm just getting really frustrated, but we knew this was going to happen, and we knew this was the energy for today. And my brain seems like it's okay with that. Like it's just like, okay, well, we'll just wait for tomorrow and see what happens. So I don't sit there and basically torture myself with a bazillion questions in my head. So hopefully, like I said, something in these videos will be helpful for you as well. So, but yeah, Friday is probably going to be frustrating. So, Friday's color is navy blue. I picked some fluorite, and it says find peace within. So just try to, again, just kind of try to keep yourself in balance. Try to keep yourself in a good place, in a calm place. And just remember that it's one day and it's not going to be horrible, hopefully. What's going to make it horrible is if you're starting to get frustrated or those obstacles or challenges are coming through and you do something, how do I say? You do something to either encourage that or you do something that's counterproductive for yourself. So again, like for me, it comes out as anger. So if I get to the point where my frustration is coming up to the surface and I get angry, and then maybe I start to, I don't know, yell at my husband, or say I yelled at one of my teachers, or God forbid I yelled at one of my clients or something like that, that would be very counterproductive, right? That would be going into that self-destruct kind of a phase, doing something that is going to affect me negatively in a long-term situation, right? So we need to not do those things, right? It would be bad. But that's what's gonna make these energies horrible, right? Is if we don't stop and think and stay centered and stay balanced and stay grounded, or whatever works best for you. If it's meditating, going for a walk in the woods, punching a punching bag, whatever works best for you to help you kind of stay stay in your lane, kind of thing. Stay centered, stay grounded, stay in a good place. Please do that on Friday. So, and again, like I said earlier, if you have any questions, please just put them in the comment. You're like, listen, I don't know what's going to happen on Friday, and I don't know what to do. I'll help you kind of find something that you probably do. You just maybe don't realize that. But because I always tell people when they ask me questions about like, well, what am I supposed to do? People ask me all the time, like, well, I might quit my job and take this new job, but I don't really know. I'm like, yes, you do. You already know the answer. You just want somebody to tell you it's okay. So anyway, a lot of times for those types of situations, you already know the answer, but that's okay. I will help you. All right. Again, I'm rambling on and babbling and being emotional people, right? They kind of get a bad rap for being emotional, but I don't think being emotional is a negative. What's the word I'm looking? Sometimes I really struggle with words. It's not. It's not aspect. It's anyhow. I don't think being emotional is bad. Being overly emotional is bad, but being emotional and being somebody that wears their emotions on their sleeves is not a bad thing. But Pisces also has a lot of creativity. They like I said, they can be sensitive, but they have a lot of creativity. They're very dreamy, and they're very intuitive, which is something that I'm jealous of. um, so it should be a good day. Again, there's nothing that's in tension or in conflict or hard angle or anything like that for you. But again, um, everybody is different, so the energies are going to affect everybody different. For example, for myself, who's somebody that is not an overly emotional person, I have water in my chart, but it's not in my three major placements. So I tend to be more on the bold, aggressive kind of side of things. Wearing my emotions on my sleeve is not very common for me. So if there's a day where I'm feeling very emotional, sometimes it really can throw me off, right? So, and again, that's when I'm like, okay, this is what's going on, and we're gonna be okay with it, and we're just, it'll be fine. If you are somebody who has a lot of water in your chart, and you say you are a Pisces, and these Pisces energies come through, that could make you go into that overly sensitive aspect as well. So again, it's all about balance. Everything is always about balance. The key is just knowing what you're balancing and why you're balancing it, right? At least for me. Again, just kind of telling yourself like, okay, this is the energy for today. It's going to be fine. We're going to get through this. So you might have an emotional roller coaster day on Saturday. And sometimes I think that's good for us, like I said, I'm not an overly emotional person, and I can get stressed, and I can get aggravated and frustrated. And so maybe a day to sit and cry that's not something I normally do. Maybe that's, a healthy release for me. So maybe these energies are this way for a reason. But either way, it's all about staying in balance. So, Saturday's color is light blue. And of course, if it's intuition, I picked amethyst for that heightened intuition. But again, you could work with something to keep you more balanced. You could work with some, usually it's the blue lace agate. I think that's the Get in Balance card. I don't know where it is now, but really, blue lace agate, like I said, everything's all about balance. Blue lace agate would be just something that would be a perfect thing to just keep in your pocket all the time. Of course, it's going to be at the bottom, right? Well, there's this one, blue lace agate, says find your calm, but that's not the one I was thinking of. Yeah, it's literally going to be at the bottom here, right here. This blue agate. It says get back into balance. So those would be good just to keep in your pocket like all the time. Keep it near where you sit. Put it in your bra. People are always asking me, I don't have a lot of money, or I'm just starting my crystal collection and I don't know what to get. Those would be good ones to get right away. So Sunday is going to be still Pisces moon, but it's going to be in harmony with Mercury. So you might be still feeling that emotional side, but now it's going to have just a little bit of a plus on it, because you're going to have some communication that's going to kind of help you work through that, right? So communication should be really good on Sunday. So it's going to be a good day to express yourself. It's going to be a good day to have maybe those emotional conversations with somebody, however that's going to play out for you. But again, it's still going to be that intuitive energy, the imaginative energy, creative, dreamy energy. If you are anybody that loves to do any type of, well, I say this, but any type of anything that you're going to create, if you are somebody that likes to create something, Saturday and Sunday are going to be good days for you to do that. So if you're somebody who, I'll say paint, because that's, if you're somebody that likes to paint, Saturday and Sunday would be really good days to do that. It's going to be a heightened creativity, but it's also going to be a good way to help keep that balance, keep in check for things. But when I say creativity, I just want to remind people that that's a really broad term. Like, creativity doesn't have to mean you're making art. It doesn't mean you have to be building something or singing. It could be cooking. It could be, a bazillion different things. If it's something that you're making, whatever it is, that's creativity. So whether it's writing, singing, dancing, cooking, painting, drawing, knitting. I mean, I have met going to, when I was going to all these vendor fairs, I've met some really creative people. And I've also met a lot of people who are like, well, I make this, but I didn't know if anybody would like it. And then they get there and it's like everybody's buying their stuff, right? So creativity can come in lots and lots of different ways. So don't be like, oh, I don't paint, so I'm not creative. That's not true. Just have to be like, what is it that I like to do and what am I good at, and then go with that. So I hear people all the time, they're like, I'm not creative. And it's like, yes, you are. It's like, you make all kinds of great stuff. All right, so Sunday, I was gonna say Friday. Why am I going back? I don't want Sunday. Sunday's color is orange, and I picked amethyst again. I typically try not to pick the same card for 2 days in a week, but it just made sense to me. So amethyst on Saturday and Sunday for that intuitiveness. But again, this is kind of like what I would pick for me, because I don't have any idea what all of you guys want to pick. So if there's something else that you're more concerned with, like I picked it because it's to tap into that intuitiveness on Saturday and Sunday. If you're not interested in tapping into that intuitiveness, maybe you're more focused, like I said, on the balancing part of it. You might want that blue agate, right? But maybe I don't know. Maybe you're more interested in the creativity part. Then you could work with some carnelian. So again, it's kind of hard because I could pick a bunch of stones for every day. I have to kind of keep these videos in check a little bit and not go crazy overboard. But yeah, if there's ever something, again, like you're like, well, I don't really want to work with that energy, you can just put it in the comment or private message me, and I can help you figure out maybe what it is you do want to work with. So anyhow, that's going to finish it up for this week. And I hope something in this video was helpful for you. If it was, please give me a thumbs up, tag a friend, share it to a friend, hit the comment, subscribe, like, ring the bell thing that I'm supposed to say for you. But yeah, then you'll just get a reminder when my videos come out, and watch them when you have time. So, all right. Hope everybody has a really great week. Thanks for watching. And remember, as always, please be kind. Your kindness is not only going to improve your day, it's going to improve somebody else's day, and it could potentially change someone's life for the better. Thanks for watching, guys. Love you.